No, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not spoiling anything. Everyone's like, "Are you going to spoil anything?" I'm not gonna spoil anything. But honestly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, you shouldn't watch it. I'm tired of shit. Like, I want to go to bed, but I'm doing this as sort of like a public service announcement. Like, don't watch. Like, seriously, like, don't watch it. Honestly, there's nothing to even spoil. There is nothing worth spoiling. And I feel like if you watch it, it is going to forever taint your opinion of the first movie. Like, that is what the movie is sort of designed to do. I feel like that is why the movie was made to begin with. I feel like the entire point of the movie is that Todd Phillips was really upset that people liked the Joker, and then it made a bunch of money, and then a bunch of white boys were like, "Yes, I am the Joker, and I relate with this character. So I need to undo the damage that I have caused and wreaked somehow by retroactively making the first movie horrible." Because that's Is it true that the Joker got raped? Someone super chatted that earlier, or was that just a troll? I think so. Yeah, I think he does. Like, or it's implied. Like, they don't show it, but it's definitely implied that he gets raped. Yeah. When he was a kid, or now, like, as an adult. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even really know where to begin. I'd really like. I wouldn't even like. I just want to like start this off, I guess, by just saying like, don't watch it. I feel like the whole movie is designed to. I mean, we'll talk about the ending. I feel like I have to. But I'll be sure to like wait until like the very end of the talk and the stream, and I'll put a big spoiler warning so if people want to leave and they don't want to have it spoiled. But I do have to talk. I've got to talk about this ending with somebody, and so people that like don't care. And there's not, bro. Here's the thing. I'm telling you this. There is no amount of spoilers that could even ruin this movie for you. Like. It wouldn't even. I promise you. Like I'm a film guy.
Show me this guy's balls, please.
Hey.
$15 sent $15. Here's $15.
What's up, man?
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. You bought my movie ticket. Now I need another $15 from somebody. Good to see you, by the way. $15. Good to see you, buddy. And I need another $15 just to fucking get my money back for the popcorn and drink that I got. But I'm telling you, like there nothing happens. No, like. My biggest critique, honestly, I know everyone was really worried that because the movie was a musical, that it was going to be dog shit because of that. That was the best parts of the movie, and I hate musicals. I fucking hate musicals. The musical parts of the movie are actually the best parts of the movie, which is saying a lot. Like. And I didn't really like the songs, but it was the best part of the movie. Like, those scenes were the best parts of the movie. The rest of the movie is, and I hate saying this. I think it's a lazy criticism to say this about movies, but I mean this. And bro, I watch some boring ass fucking movies. Okay. I watch some slow movies, okay? This was boring. Boring. Like that is the worst. It's boring. The first half of the movie is him basically preparing for this trial for killing 5 people in the first movie. And then the second half of the movie is the trial. That's it. And it's not even that I need action. I'm talking like there are no plot twists. There is nothing driving this movie. Nothing. Like there's not any sort of narrative twists or turns. Nothing at all to keep you engaged. Nada. The only thing that this movie exists to do is to completely shit on the character of Arthur Fleck. And honestly, you know, I saw a lot of people like, oh, Lady Gaga. She wasn't bad. She wasn't good by any means. No, literally no action at all. Nothing. Nothing.
Google, show me this guy's
Nothing.
balls, please.
Anonymous sent $5.
Thank you, Anonymous. Nothing happens. Was there even a gun in the movie? So, I mean, the only thing that really happens, it's all in his head. All of the musical sequences basically are happening in Arthur Fleck's head. And those are what the good parts are. But even those are kind of few and far between. But those are the best parts. It was unbelievably slow. And just nothing happens, man. Nothing happens at all. I mean, like painfully slow. And you just see, for basically 2 hours, you just have to watch how pathetic Arthur Fleck is. I mean, that's really it. Like, that's what the movie does. And the music wasn't even good. No, the music wasn't good. It wasn't. Like, I didn't even enjoy it. But yeah, it's just Arthur Fleck being like pathetic and getting the shit kicked out of him and being a big... He's the hugest simp on the planet, too. So it really was made to shit on the people who liked the first one the wrong way. It was made to shit on the people who liked the first one at all. Like, even if you liked it the right way or the wrong way. That's what I hate. It's like... They can't let us like have any sort of like fantasy, you know? Like obviously the Joker is a bad guy. I think everybody on planet Earth like understands, yes, the Joker is a bad person and he does bad things, he kills people and he robs, you know. It's obviously not good, but like it's a fantasy, you know? Like we like the character because he's fun to watch and we sort of like he's doing the things that we can't do, you know? They can't let us have that, though. They can't let us have that. You're not allowed to have any sort of, like, fantasy at all, or, you know... None of that, no. He is just a pathetic character throughout the entire movie. Oh yeah, sex. You get to watch the Joker. You guys excited to watch the Joker have sex? And he's a 2-pump chump, too. I'm not kidding. There's like he literally is like, "Can you help me put it in?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." And has to help him put his penis in her vagina. And then I'm not kidding, pumps 2 times and he's done. So the Joker doesn't, like, here's the thing, okay? I don't want to see the Joker fuck at all. But if he's gonna fuck, I want him to fuck, okay? I don't think that's too much to ask. If the Joker is gonna fuck, I want him to fuck. Oh, and he knocks her up. That has no bearing on the plot whatsoever. She's literally like, "Hey, I'm pregnant, by the way." And they never address it again throughout the whole movie. I'm not kidding. There's so many like little like plot lines and plot details that just go fucking nowhere, and they do nothing with it at all. It's not even that like I just disagree with the creative decisions that they made, although I do disagree with some of the creative decisions that they made. But it's actually just a bad movie. Like, I mean that sincerely. It's just poorly written. The pacing is so bad. Like, I went into this movie with very low expectations. But I still was hoping that I would like it. Like, I didn't want to like hate it. You know what I mean? I didn't go into the movie wanting to hate it just because it's a musical. I genuinely was like, well, maybe there's going to be some good Joker stuff in there at the very least, Like, I'm not really excited about it. I had made my feelings known ever since they dropped the first trailer for it. I was like, not my cup of tea, but I don't want to hate it. But yeah, the musical parts were actually like kind of cool, but they didn't really lean into it hard enough. And if there was like a good like outside plot, and the thing is, like, towards like I'd say like the last 10% of the movie, you think like, oh, they're gonna redeem themselves with this ending. They don't. No. They don't. Like, I'm not kidding. I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers yet. Well, I will get into spoilers later, but I won't just yet. It's like, it's laughable. It's laughable how terrible it is. I can't stress enough. Like, I genuinely don't think that you should watch it. I really don't. I don't think it's worth watching. Because really, the whole movie just feels like it's designed to insult people who liked the first movie. I mean, really. That's what it feels like. It felt like the entire movie just was insulting me. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that you should waste your time. There's nothing. It's not even like watching like a bad movie, and there's like there's nothing really to get out of it. Because on top of all of the bad creative decisions that I just disagree with, like from a quality standpoint, it's just slow and boring, and nothing happens until the last 10 minutes, and even that is just so laughably bad. And I think it is the entire movie just felt like it was designed to waste my time and insult me. Should I just get into spoilers? I feel like I can't even really talk about it too much without getting. And again, I just want to say these spoilers will have like no impact on your viewing experience. None. Like they'll have no impact at all on your viewing experience. At all. None. It will not impact the movie experience at all for you. So at the end of the movie, this is a spoiler. This is spoilers. I don't want to ruin it. Spoiler warnings right here and right now. He gets found guilty. And he basically is like, I'm not the Joker. The Joker's not real. He has this big mental breakdown. Harley Quinn leaves his ass. And then all of a sudden the courtroom blows up. And you're like, oh, he's going to escape all the crazy people that they haven't really shown or talked about at all. Out of nowhere, maybe they're going to break him out, and then he becomes the Joker. And so they break him out, they throw him in this car, which he then flees the car, and like I'm not kidding, the main character, he runs away from the interesting subplot. I'm not, like, physically runs away. They're like, oh, okay, now the movie's going to take a cool turn, and he gets out of the car and runs away. The main character runs away from what would have been the good ending of the movie. Okay? And then he goes and finds Harley Quinn sitting on the steps. And she's like, well, you're not Joker anymore, so I don't really give a shit about you. And then she walks off. And then the cops come up and arrest him. Okay? He has this huge simp moment where he's like, you didn't really love me, you loved the Joker. And she's like, yeah. Another humiliation of Arthur Fleck. And then, and this is where it goes off the rails. So it cuts back to him, and he's in the mental jail hospital. And they're like, hey, Arthur.
Show me this guy's balls, please.
Offensive sent $5 sounds like Todd Phillips leaned into his Jewish inclinations and created a shitty sequel, just like The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, just wait, because then, and this is the last scene of the movie. This is the last scene of the movie. Then, Arthur, you got a visitor. He's like, oh boy, who could it be? So he starts walking up. And the guard kind of goes around the corner, and this other inmate that you've never seen throughout this whole movie, you haven't seen him once, don't know who this guy is. It cuts to him like a couple times throughout the movie, but you never hear him talk, you never see anything. You just kind of see him in the background randomly. And he's like, hey Arthur, you want to hear a joke? And he's like, sure. And he's like, yeah, a psychopath meets a washed up old clown in a bar and asks him what he wants. And then the guy just stabs Arthur 10 times and starts laughing. And then you see Arthur just kind of fall to the ground and bleed out. And then you see in the background him cutting his face. And then, guys, that's the real Joker. So Arthur Fleck, Joaquin Phoenix, was never the Joker the entire time. Yeah, it is as shitty as it sounds. No, not in as in a mental hallucination. Like, as in, the guy who stabs Arthur Fleck is the Joker that we all know. No, like everything that Arthur Fleck did happened. Like, that's not a hallucination. So it was a 2-movie-long origin story for some other random asshole. Exactly. It was an origin story for the real Joker, but he's only in it for 10 seconds at the very end. And that this Arthur Fleck guy was the inspiration. And he just kills him and basically, I guess, steals his identity. Who is the other guy? The Joker. Do you see him at all throughout the movie? Like I said, occasionally you'll see him in the background of the mental institution because you spend fucking half the movie there. But you never hear him talk. He has no part. He has no speaking part at all. He is not a part of the movie at all. The first time you hear him talk is at the end. For like 10 seconds, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he stabbing him? Is he related to like to one of the people that he killed? I was like, oh no, because then you see him cutting in the background his cheeks. You're like, oh, so he's gonna be the Joker now. That's how the movie ends. My jaw was like agape by how stupid that was. That's a fitting ending for Arthur? No, I don't even think it is, actually. His character was essentially just made to suffer. He had a shitty life and a shitty death, and he never got anything. He just existed to suffer. They wrote this character to torture him. That's it. That's for 2 movies. They just torture this guy for no reason, and then he dies. And he never has like he doesn't even have like a real character arc at all. You know what the movie reminded me of? Beau is Afraid, unironically starring Joaquin Phoenix as well. Just like miserable. It's just a miserable experience, man. Oh, and right before that, he gets raped. The prison guards decide to rape him for some reason because he called him fat on TV. So like, oh, you're gonna call us fat? We're gonna rape you, dog. And then, I'm not kidding. After they rape him, they kill his best friend as he's like listening through the jail doors. He has like a friend in prison. So they rape him, they throw him back in his cell, and then they drag his friend out and they kill him. All because he called him fat. That was it. And he has to just sit there and listen to it. And then after that, he's like, I'm not the Joker. The Joker was never real. shockingly bad, man. Shockingly bad. They literally raped the Joker out of that dude. Yeah, literally. Were there any Batman connections? The only Batman connection is that the DA that is prosecuting him is Harvey Dent. That's the only other connection in the whole movie. Was Ace Chemicals even part of the Joker? No, because, no. None of that. Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be a Joker 3. There's no way they could. Because Arthur Fleck is fucking dead, dude. And again, like I can handle like creative decisions that I don't agree with. But like on top of all of this, on top of just how like shitty and miserable and depressing that it is, it's just boring as well. Like that's the thing. Again, like the whole movie is just designed to shit on people who liked the first one. I mean, that's the whole purpose of the movie. It's just a miserable movie, man. It really is. It's just miserable. There's nothing to like get out of it. There's not even really like any message. You know, like at least the first one you could say like touched on some themes and talked about like, you know, people being disaffected by society and the mental health crisis. And there's like, you know, maybe not made like really grand statements, pretty broad statements, but at least made statements about things. This movie had nothing to say other than if you like the first movie, fuck you. Like that's really the kind of statement that the movie was trying to make with this one. And you like that movie, fuck you. We're gonna ruin it for you. It's just terrible, man. I genuinely, I mean, I'm sure people are curious. There's not like there's really nothing to even be curious about, to be honest with you. Like it's not worth watching, man. I would skip it. It's just a gigantic waste of time. It is a movie that is designed to insult you. Yeah, it's just a huge waste of time, man. It's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back. There's just nothing to get out of it. Other than, like, it legitimately makes the first movie worse. Yes, he does get gay raped. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even, like, mad about it, really. Like, to me, it's kind of funny in a weird way how bad it was. And it's funny to me that people were, like, that the creator, Todd Phillips, who's Jewish, was seething so bad about people misinterpreting or liking the movie not the way that he wanted to like people. He wanted people to like it. That he had to make an entire second movie to try to destroy his first work. You know, like, it's kind of humorous to me that the Jews were so upset that white people liked the Joker that he was like, I'm gonna destroy the Joker for everyone. I mean, it is kind of funny, but it's honestly just a painfully boring movie too. On top of it, that's the bad part about it, is that it's also just, like, painfully boring. And I just wouldn't waste your time with it. And I hate calling a movie boring. I think calling a movie boring is like a lazy criticism. But there's really nothing else to describe it other than boring. Like, the pacing is just it's terrible, man. I was like so ready for the movie to just be over. I was just, like, waiting and begging. I was like, can this shit just please end? Like, wrap it up, man. You feel every minute of that 2 hour and 18-minute runtime, dude. You could literally feel Todd Phillips' resentment of the first movie through the fucking screen. Yeah, no, you can, man. You absolutely can. It painful, man. Painful movie. You guys know, like, Gremlins 2? You guys ever watch Gremlins 2? Anybody? You know, Gremlins 2, I love Gremlins 2. It is, to me, one of the greatest sequels ever made. And let's be honest, Gremlins 2 totally takes the piss out of the first movie. And you can tell that Joe Dante didn't really like Gremlins 1 all that much. But he had fun taking the piss out of that movie and made it, in my opinion, an even better film because of it. But instead of going that route, like, which I would have appreciated, Todd Phillips, I think, went out of his way to make a bad movie on purpose. I mean, that's the only explanation. I some of the creative decisions in this movie, like the only thing I can even like think of, it's like, I mean, you had to have just made this movie bad on purpose. You know, that's what it genuinely feels like that. There are scenes in this movie that go on like way too long, and they accomplish really nothing. And it just feels like somebody did not want to make this movie, and they didn't want people to like it, and they went out of their way to just like inflict misery and pain on people. It's the only explanation. I don't even think it's really incompetence. It could be. I mean, it could be incompetence. It felt like it was a bad movie made on purpose. It was made bad on purpose. That's the only. It's the only like. I don't know, man. It was just bad. It was just bad, and you shouldn't watch it. You just shouldn't watch it. It's just not worth your time. Like, don't give them money at the very least. You shouldn't give them your time either, but because the movie exists to insult you. Like that's what it's there for. And you shouldn't participate in it. Like you lose. There's nothing. I'm telling you, like right now, like there's nothing to gain from participating in this movie. Like it's a losing game. You're essentially just signing up to be insulted and bored. And I don't think anyone here should do that. If you're a remotely intelligent person, you shouldn't agree to being, like, I guess, humiliated. Really, that's the best way to describe it. It's like humiliating. I at the very least had the sort of defense that, like, I didn't know. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't really know how bad. You know, I didn't know it was going to be like this. It's not even like, I mean, I like watching bad movies and laughing at. It's not even like there's like nothing to even like laugh at, you know? It's like I'll laugh if I go see a movie and it's just like laughably bad. I'll still have like somewhat of a good time. But there's nothing to even like make fun of, or like to laugh at how bad it is. It's just it's just bad. I saw you got raped on pole. I thought they were... No, it's real, man. The songs are terrible too. Like I did not even like the music. I thought maybe the musical parts were going to be bad. I can't believe I'm saying it, but they were the best parts of the movie, and the music sucked. But at least the scenes, some of the scenes, I wouldn't even say all of the musical scenes were good. Like some of the musical scenes, I like physically groaned. Some of them were pretty good, and then some of them I was like, oh, make it stop, man. Like I was like shit. I'm not kidding. Like 90% of the movie, I went from like doing this, and then my arm would get a little tired, and then I would switch over and I'd just do like one of these, like, and I just kind of alternate back and forth between these two poses. It was bad. It was so bad. I don't know. I don't know how you mess it up. I mean, like I said, the only I think especially after that first movie, and like, you know, I've always been pretty critical of the first movie. I know people around here love it, right? And I've always said I liked it. It was really good. It has problems, but it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, you know. And I probably didn't even like it as much as everybody else did around here. But I still really enjoyed it, you know. But like this, man, there's no way I would ever watch. There's no way I would ever watch this ever again. I just can't. I can't like stress it enough how bad it is. Like the recipe was there. Like they, you know, it could have been, so easy to make like a pretty, like, not that I think really the Joker needed a sequel, but I think you could have easily done a sequel and it would have worked. I just, it's just a bad time, man.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Anonymous sent $3. At least we have Nosferatu to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that. I hope that's good. I hope that Robert Eggers doesn't let me down. I don't think he will. The new trailer looked really good. I'm pretty excited for Nosferatu. I think that's going to be a banger movie. I mean, it sucks because, like, you know, I know I'm gonna get like some flack for this, but I really like Batman, and I love that whole like universe. Like, I really do. Like, not even just like the movies, like the comics, the games, like everything. It's just such an interesting setting, and I think really like complex and interesting characters, and it's a good like setting to tell really interesting stories. And I hate that it's like, I hate that it's just like getting shit like on, you know? I hate that like they're just raping it. Maybe this needs to happen though. Maybe this will like signal the death of comic book movies. Like, maybe this movie is going to bomb drastically, and they won't make any more comic book movies. I would like a The Batman too with Robert Pattinson. I'd like that. I like that last one. That the Batman with. I thought that was a really good movie. I really liked that one a lot. I really liked it. I probably like that more than Joker, to be honest with you. If I can be real, I liked the Batman better than I liked Joker, for sure. Definitely better than Joker too. But I just don't. I mean, the Jews just won't let us have anything, man. Like, I mean, that's what it is. If there's anybody to be mad at, you know who to blame for this. And it totally is them. I mean, it's totally them. I don't think you should give them like the W here. Like, don't let them like ruin the first movie for you, because that's what they want to do. So like, don't let them like ruin the first movie for you, because that's exactly what they want to do. That was the entire goal of this movie. And I still like that first movie. And you should just be like, yeah, this sucks. I mean, this movie just needs to be sort of like mocked for how like obviously like Jewish and shitty that it is. And you shouldn't like give it your time of day and bother with it, you know. That's my. I hope that they make $0 off of this movie. I hope that they don't even make the budget back. And I will say, bro, the theater. This is opening night, and I went at what, a 7:45 showing, on opening night, and it was fucking dead. There was me and maybe like 6 other people in the theater, and I'm not exaggerating. It was fucking empty in there. Empty in that theater on opening night. The good news is that literally everyone hates it, and it's not just us. That's true. And literally every review I've seen, there's not been like one good review. So that's good. Yeah, it seems like everybody hates it, so that's nice. The critics hate it. So that's good. And I hope that it flops. The Batman Part 2 being about the Court of Owls or Hush are the top theories now. Both would be good movies. I agree, but I would want one of those for sure. I'd be okay with either one of those choices. Court of Owls is great stuff. I think Court of Owls would probably fit better than Hush in this sort of like universe. But Hush could be really good too. I don't know. But I feel like they got to do something with Joker. I mean, they teased the Joker in the last one, so I feel like they got to do something with Joker. So Hush would make sense because you could work Joker into that. Libtards was saying it's bad because Lady Gaga's character sucked. I mean, she did. That's not why it's bad. It's just bad because it's just like poorly written. Here's the thing. It's like Lady Gaga wasn't even bad in the movie though. Like I can't even be mad at her. Like she did her best with what she was given. Like it wasn't like I was like groaning whenever she would come on the screen. She wasn't terrible. At all. I would say, I mean, I wouldn't say she was particularly good, but she was fine Harley Quinn. You know, and even if there was like a normal movie, like I think, oh yeah, she was fine, you know. It was rough. I'm like sleepy just thinking about it, man. That's how. I mean, ultimately, this movie's even like I said, creative choices aside, with them just completely shitting on Arthur Fleck the entire fucking movie, and never letting up and never letting him get a victory. The gravest sin of this movie is that nothing happens and it's incredibly boring. And I hate saying that because that's lazy criticism, but that. I mean, there's nothing to criticize. Like, nothing else happens. And even like aesthetically, I didn't think it was that. I mean, most of the movie takes place in 2 locations. 90% of this movie takes place in 2 locations. Takes place in the psychiatric jail, Arkham Asylum, which is like visually just drab and uninteresting. They only show like 2 locations there, and then the court. That's it. Like, that's really 90% of the movie, man. So, even visually, the movie is not interesting. And again, I don't think it's like a lack of like skill. I think it's like it feels by design. Like the movie was just made to be bad. You know? I cannot stress it enough. It's like it's not even that I don't think that anybody involved doesn't have skill. Like, Joaquin Phoenix turned in a good performance. I can't even hate on him. Like, he was good. He's good in everything. I don't like, who greenlit this? Who read this like Jewish screed and was like, yeah, here, have $100 million, make it happen. I genuinely don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so lost. I don't know how this script made it. It was. I don't know if like maybe DC was just desperate and like, anything that you want to do, we'll make it happen because you made us $1 billion with Joker 1. And they're like, well, let me crap on that one. Okay, here's $100 million. Make it happen. I don't know. I'm so confused. I just don't know who thought that any of this was a good idea, and how they could like give. Like, I wish it was canceled. I wish somebody would I wish we would have started filming this, and like an adult in the room would have been like, hey, yeah, you're not doing this. This sucks, and it's fucking boring. I can't wait to read like interviews with Todd Phillips about this movie. It's gonna be fascinating. Anyways, I'm going to bed, dude. I'm fucking tired. I'm so sleepy. I want to get some sleep. But hey, we're going to stream tomorrow. Thank you guys for the super chats. I just wanted to... I don't got anything left in the tank after watching that movie. I got nothing left in the tank, dude. I just had to talk about this movie for a minute. I just want to go to bed. And I just want to go to sleep, dude. So I'm going to go to bed. We'll be back tomorrow, though. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll stream tomorrow. We'll talk about it some more probably when I have a little bit more energy. And, yeah. I'm sleepy. So, love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't go watch it. It's bad. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Peace. I suffered for you guys. I did. I suffered for you guys. I knew it was going to be bad, but like I just had no idea. I had no idea how bad it was going to be. And it was really bad. So I suffered. I suffered for you guys. I was trying to save you guys as best as I could. So, love you guys. God bless. Have a good night. I'm going to go sleep now.